The old mansion on Elm Street had always been shrouded in mystery. Local legends spoke of a family curse that befell anyone who dared to spend a night within its decaying walls. One Halloween night, a group of thrill-seekers decided to test the legend. Among them was Sarah, a skeptical journalist who dismissed the tales as mere folklore. As the clock struck midnight, they gathered in the mansion's dimly lit foyer, armed with flashlights and bravado. The air grew colder as they ventured deeper into the mansion. Creaking floorboards echoed through the halls, and the flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows on the peeling wallpaper. Sarah, determined to uncover the truth, led the group to the attic. In the attic, they discovered an old trunk covered in dust. Curiosity overcoming caution, they opened it to find a collection of ancient photographs. Faces from the past stared back at them, frozen in time. As Sarah examined the pictures, she felt a chill running down her spine. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. The temperature dropped drastically, and the group heard faint whispers in the air. Panic set in as shadows danced around them, and the attic seemed to come alive with a malevolent energy. In the midst of the chaos, Sarah stumbled upon a tattered diary. Its pages revealed the tragic history of the mansion, a tale of betrayal, revenge, and a restless spirit seeking redemption. The curse was real, and the entity that haunted the mansion sought justice for the wrongs committed against it. As the clock struck 3 a.m., the group, now terrified, made a desperate attempt to leave. But the mansion had other plans. Doors slammed shut, trapping them inside. The whispers grew louder, and ghostly figures materialized in the darkness. Sarah, realizing the only way to break the curse was to right the wrongs of the past, bravely confronted the vengeful spirit. With each revelation, the entity's anger subsided, and the atmosphere in the mansion began to calm. As dawn approached, the once haunted mansion felt still and empty. The curse had lifted, and the ghostly apparitions faded away. Sarah and the others, shaken but alive, emerged into the light of a new day. The legend of Elm Street Mansion persisted, but now with a different ending, one of redemption and release from the grip of a long-standing curse. Story 2. The small town of Ravenswood had a dark secret hidden within its twisted alleyways and cobblestone streets. Every Halloween, a mysterious carnival appeared on the outskirts, drawing the curious and the brave. Legend had it that those who ventured into the carnival never returned. A group of friends, eager for a thrill, decided to investigate the carnival. As they approached, the air became thick with an otherworldly energy. The entrance beckoned them with flickering lights and the distant sound of eerie music. The carnival seemed abandoned, yet a sinister presence lingered in the air. The friends cautiously explored the attractions: a haunted house with mirrors that revealed distorted reflections, a fortune teller who spoke ominous prophecies, and a carousel that spun in silence. As midnight approached, the group stumbled upon a tent at the far end of the carnival. Inside, a mysterious figure in a tattered cloak awaited them. The figure revealed itself to be the ringmaster, a spectral entity with hollow eyes that seemed to pierce the soul. The ringmaster spoke of a curse that bound the carnival to the spirit world. Every Halloween, it materialized to lure unsuspecting souls into its grasp. The friends had walked willingly into a realm between the living and the dead. Desperation filled the air as the ringmaster offered a grim choice: become part of the carnival, doomed to wander its haunted grounds forever, or face a fate worse than death. The friends, paralyzed by fear, had little time to decide. One by one, the friends were drawn into the carnival's clutches, each disappearance marked by a haunting echo of laughter. The ringmaster, satisfied with its malevolent harvest, vanished into the shadows as the first light of dawn approached. The next Halloween, the carnival reappeared, continuing its cycle of darkness. The legend of Ravenswood's haunted carnival grew, and the town's residents whispered of the lost souls forever trapped within its spectral embrace. And so, every year, as the moon rose high in the sky, the carnival beckoned to the curious, promising thrills and chills that would consume them in the shadows of Ravenswood. Story 3. In the small village of Hollow Creek, nestled deep within a dense forest, an ancient cemetery held a chilling secret. Local lore spoke of a mausoleum hidden at the heart of the graveyard, known only to a few daring souls who sought forbidden knowledge. On a moonlit Halloween night, a group of friends decided to explore the mysteries of Hollow Creek Cemetery. Armed with flashlights and fueled by the bravado of youth, they cautiously made their way through the crumbling gravestones, their footsteps echoing in the silence of the night. As the group approached the heart of the cemetery, they discovered the hidden entrance to the mausoleum. The air grew colder, and an eerie fog enveloped the ancient structure. Reluctantly, they pushed open the heavy door, revealing a dimly lit chamber adorned with cobwebs and cryptic symbols. In the center of the mausoleum lay a sarcophagus, seemingly untouched by time. A sense of foreboding filled the air as the friends gathered around it. Against their better judgment, they decided to open the sarcophagus, revealing an ancient manuscript bound in tattered leather. Curiosity overcoming caution, one of the friends began to decipher the cryptic text. As the words were spoken aloud, an otherworldly energy filled the chamber. Shadows danced on the walls, and a spectral figure materialized before them, the Guardian of the Hollow. The Guardian spoke of an ancient pact, a curse that bound the village to the spirit realm. The friends, unknowingly, had unleashed a malevolent force that hungered for the living. Desperation set in as the group realized they had become pawns in a supernatural game. With each passing moment, the spectral force gained strength, manifesting ghastly apparitions and twisting reality itself. The friends, now trapped within the mausoleum, frantically searched for a way to undo the curse. As the clock struck midnight, the Guardian offered a choice: sacrifice one among them to appease the malevolent force or face the consequences of an eternity bound to the cursed village. The friends, torn by fear and guilt, made a gut-wrenching decision. As the sacrifice was made, the mausoleum trembled, and the spectral energy receded. The Guardian, satisfied, faded away, leaving the friends shaken and forever changed. The cursed village of Hollow Creek, however, remained a haunted enclave, its secrets buried deep within the shadows of the ancient cemetery. And so, every Halloween, the whispers of the past echoed through the gravestones, a chilling reminder of the price paid for meddling with the supernatural forces that lurked in the heart of Hollow Creek. Story 4. In the small town of Blackwell, nestled between mist-covered mountains, an old mansion stood abandoned and untouched for decades. Locals spoke in hushed tones about the tragic tale of the Blackwell family, their sudden disappearance on Halloween night, leaving the mansion to decay in solitude. Determined to unravel the mystery, a group of paranormal investigators decided to spend the night within the dilapidated mansion. As the clock struck midnight on Halloween, they crossed the threshold, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls. Candles flickered in the drafty rooms, casting eerie shadows on the peeling wallpaper. The investigators, armed with cameras and electromagnetic field detectors, delved into the mansion's dark history. As they explored, strange occurrences heightened their unease. Unexplained whispers echoed in the corridors, and ghostly figures appeared in the periphery of their vision. The temperature plummeted, and a sense of dread hung in the air. In the grand ballroom, the investigators uncovered a dusty piano that seemed frozen in time. Against their better judgment, they decided to play a haunting melody said to be the last piece the Blackwell family had performed on that fateful Halloween night. As the melody echoed through the mansion, a chilling wind swept through the ballroom. Shadows danced in macabre patterns, and the investigators felt an unseen presence closing in. The piano's keys seemed to play on their own, resonating with a ghostly energy. Suddenly, a spectral apparition materialized, the ghostly figure of a woman, draped in a tattered gown. It was Eleanor Blackwell, the matriarch of the family. Her mournful gaze conveyed a tale of betrayal and despair. Through the ethereal connection, Eleanor implored the investigators to uncover the truth behind her family's disappearance. The mansion, she revealed, held a portal to a realm between the living and the dead, trapping her and her family in a never-ending loop of Halloween night. Determined to help the tormented spirits find peace, the investigators followed a series of cryptic clues that led them to a hidden chamber beneath the mansion. There, they discovered a long-forgotten ritual that could break the curse. With the clock ticking, The investigators performed the ritual, unleashing a surge of supernatural energy that reverberated through the mansion. The ethereal figure of Eleanor Blackwell appeared one final time, expressing gratitude before fading away into the unknown. As dawn broke on Halloween morning, the once abandoned mansion stood silent and still. The curse that bound the Blackwell family had been broken, and the paranormal investigators left with a newfound understanding of the thin veil between the worlds. Yet, every Halloween, the mist-covered mountains seemed to whisper the echoes of a tragic tale, a reminder of the night when the Blackwell mansion released its grip on the supernatural, allowing the spirits to find eternal rest. Story 5. In the quiet town of Harrow's Hollow, a centuries-old tradition unfolded every Halloween night, the Night of the Wandering Lanterns. Locals adorned their homes with flickering lanterns, each holding a candle said to guide the spirits of the departed back to the realm of the living for one night. Elena, a skeptical journalist, arrived in Harrow's Hollow to debunk the quaint superstitions surrounding the Night of the Wandering Lanterns. As the sun dipped below the horizon, she strolled through the cobblestone streets, capturing the serene beauty of the lantern-lit town. As midnight approached, the atmosphere shifted. The lantern's soft glow transformed into an ethereal radiance, casting an otherworldly light upon the town. Curiosity overcoming skepticism, Elena wandered into the town's ancient cemetery, where the lanterns created a pathway of flickering flames. In the heart of the cemetery stood an ancient mausoleum, its doors slightly ajar. Drawn by an unseen force, Elena pushed the door open. The mausoleum's interior was adorned with intricate symbols and mysterious glyphs, and at its center lay a single lantern, untouched by time. As Elena approached, the flame within the lantern danced with an unnatural vigor. The air grew thick with an otherworldly energy, and a voice echoed through the chamber, a whisper from beyond the veil. The voice belonged to Olivia, a young woman who had perished in a tragic accident centuries ago. Olivia revealed the true purpose of the Night of the Wandering Lanterns: to give the spirits a chance to communicate with the living, to share their untold stories and find closure. Elena, now captivated by the supernatural revelation, listened as Olivia unveiled a tale of love, betrayal, and a curse that bound her spirit to the earthly realm. The lantern, Olivia explained, held the key to breaking the curse and setting her spirit free. Guided by the flickering lanterns, Elena and Olivia embarked on a journey through the town, uncovering long-buried secrets and ancient rituals. As the night wore on, the barrier between the living and the dead blurred, revealing glimpses of spectral apparitions and long-forgotten tragedies. At the town's ancient oak tree, Olivia and Elena performed a solemn ritual, the culmination of centuries of yearning for release. The lantern's flame burned brightly, and a surge of energy enveloped them. Shadows danced around the oak tree as Olivia's spirit ascended, leaving behind a grateful whisper that lingered in the night air. The Night of the Wandering Lanterns faded, and Harrow's Hollow returned to its quiet slumber. Elena, forever changed by the spectral encounter, documented the haunting tale in her article, but the townsfolk continued to celebrate the tradition, honoring the spirits who found solace on Halloween night. And so, each year, as the lanterns flickered in the autumn breeze, the echoes of the Night of the Wandering Lanterns whispered through the cobblestone streets, a reminder that sometimes, the veil between the living and the dead is thinner than one dares to believe. Story 6. In the remote village of Whispering Pines, nestled deep within an ancient forest, an abandoned orphanage stood as a shadow of its former self. Locals avoided the crumbling structure, believing it to be cursed by the spirits of children who had met untimely ends within its walls. On Halloween night, a group of friends, seeking the thrill of a ghostly encounter, ventured into the heart of Whispering Pines. The moon cast an eerie glow through the gnarled branches, guiding them to the forsaken orphanage. Armed with flashlights and a sense of trepidation, they pushed open the squeaking door. Inside, the air was heavy with the scent of decay, and dust danced in the moonlit beams that filtered through broken windows. The friends cautiously explored the desolate rooms, their footsteps echoing through the silent corridors. As the clock neared midnight, strange occurrences began to unfold. Doors creaked open of their own accord, and distant whispers echoed through the empty halls. Unseen hands seemed to tug at the edges of their senses, urging them deeper into the heart of the orphanage. In a forgotten nursery, the friends discovered a collection of worn-out toys, remnants of a time long past. Among them was a music box with a haunting melody that sent shivers down their spines. As the melody played, the temperature in the room dropped, and ghostly apparitions of children flickered in the corners of their vision. The friends, now gripped by a mixture of fear and curiosity, followed the ethereal sounds to the attic. There, they uncovered a series of old journals that chronicled the tragic stories of the orphaned children who had once called the place home. One story stood out, the tale of Emily, a sweet-spirited girl who had disappeared without a trace on Halloween night many years ago. Legend had it that her spirit still wandered the halls, searching for something lost. Driven by a sense of empathy, the friends decided to conduct a séance to communicate with Emily's spirit. In the flickering candlelight, they called out to her, and a spectral presence filled the room. The temperature dropped further, and a gentle voice whispered through the air, expressing gratitude for acknowledging her existence. As the friends listened, Emily's spirit guided them to a hidden room in the basement, an untouched space that held a forgotten truth. There, they uncovered a dusty trunk containing the remains of a long-lost diary, detailing the events leading to Emily's disappearance. With newfound knowledge, the friends pieced together the puzzle, unraveling the dark secrets that had haunted the orphanage for decades. In the process, they inadvertently lifted the curse that bound Emily's spirit. As the first light of dawn touched the horizon, the friends left the abandoned orphanage, forever changed by the spectral encounter. The village of Whispering Pines, once shrouded in mystery, found a moment of peace on Halloween night, and the spirits of the forgotten children finally rested in eternal slumber. And so, as the seasons changed, the village continued to whisper the tale of the friends who, guided by empathy and courage, unraveled the haunted history of the forsaken orphanage in the heart of the ancient forest.